Hello. Today we are beginning our new chapter, Capítulo uno, es la lista de vocabulario uno. Please take out your vocabulary list and have that with you. Your grade today will be the vocabulary words, and the mini quiz will quiz you on just what a couple of those words might be. So let's begin with the first section of vocabulary words, identifying a person or a thing. La muchacha, el muchacho. This is the word boy or girl. La muchacha, el muchacho. It basically refers to people who are in grade school. La joven, el joven. That's you. These are teenagers. La alumna, el alumno. You see they've got their backpacks and their books. These are students. This term alumno, alumna works for anyone who is under the college level. El amigo, la amiga. And actually we have in these pictures dos amigos, dos amigas. You've seen this word before, right? Friend. Now, the three places that we start learning Spanish. So might as well start where we begin. La escuela, la clase, for example, la clase de español, or la clase de matemáticas, and then el curso de inglés, el curso de historia, the course. And if you have classes, you must have people to work them. We have el profesor. Here we see es un profesor de historia. And la profesora de matemáticas. Next, you want to talk about what people look like or what people's personalities are. So, describing a person. Guapo. El muchacho es guapo. Bonita. La muchacha es bonita. That's good looking or pretty. Feo. El señor es feo. Ay, ay, ay. Basically, the next few sets of slides are going to be opposite pairs. So on this side you have guapo, bonito versus feo. Try to learn them as opposite pairs. Moreno. This refers to hair and eye color. Someone with brown hair or black hair, dark eyes, is considered to be moreno. Rubio. Esta muchacha es rubia because she has light colored eyes and lighter color hair. We consider her to be blonde. And pelirrojo. La muchacha es pelirroja. This girl has red hair. Alto refers to height, and bajo is the opposite. Aquí, alto. Aquí, baja. Tall and short. Bueno and malo. Now you've seen the word bueno already. We used it with buenos dias and buenas noches, right? So do you remember what it means? Here are the symbols. Bueno. Malo. And cómico. Gracioso. Someone who's funny. Serio. Serious. Ambicioso. I hope you are all going to be ambiciosos. Estudiantes or alumnos ambiciosos. That means hard-working. And the opposite? Perezoso. Simpático. It kind of looks like the word sympathetic, doesn't it? But that would be a mistake to think. It really means nice. Here come some folks who are nice. Los jóvenes son simpáticos. I couldn't find a better picture, so here's antipático for you. Unpleasant. Inteligente. Einstein es inteligente. And the opposite of smart is tonto. Now, joven isn't an opposite, it's just an extra word that we have, and it means someone who is young at heart, is young of actions. Finally, we need to have some questions to ask one another to get information about one another. So, question words. The first one is quién, or the plural, quiénes, and they both mean who. Or de dónde. ¿De dónde es Marta? Where is Marta from? ¿De dónde is from where? ¿Qué? You look inside the box, you don't recognize what it is, you ask, ¿qué? Means what? And ¿cómo? How do you figure this out? How do you do this? I don't understand. How does it work? ¿Cómo? How? And for this lesson, we're going to add one additional question phrase. ¿De qué nacionalidad? ¿De qué nacionalidad has to do with where someone was born, what your nationality is, and it's an important one to learn here at the beginning because remember, the Spanish language is spoken by 26 different nations, and they're all very different as far as what they eat, as far as how they live, and so it's important to ask someone de qué nacionalidad and not to make assumptions that just because they speak Spanish, they might be from one particular country only. So here's a quick review of the major questions. We've got quién, qué, cuándo, which we'll get to a little later, dónde, and cómo. As for nationalities, if you ask someone de qué nacionalidad eres, might be nice to know what they mean when they answer. So we have some basic ones here. Argentino, can you guess where that is? Es un gaucho. El señor es argentino. He's from Argentina. Chileno. This is the southernmost point of South America. It's called Tierra del Fuego, and it's in Chile. Chileno. Colombiano. A lot of the coffee that we drink here in the United States comes from Colombia. Colombiano. Cubano. Cool car, huh? That's in Cuba. Dominicano. The Dominican Republic is in the Caribbean, and they have beautiful white sand beaches there. Ecuatoriano. Someone or something from Ecuador. That's in South America, and you see that orange line in the picture? That's the actual equator. They painted it on the road. So on one side you have people standing in the northern hemisphere, and the other side people standing in the southern hemisphere. Guatemalteco. This would be someone or something from Guatemala, which is where many of the Mayan ruins can be explored. And Mexicano. Here's a picture of El Zócalo in downtown Mexico City. Norteamericano. Now, I've put an American flag here for you to look at, but Norteamericano is not just limited to the United States. Recall, it means North American. That's an entire continent, which also encompasses Canada and Mexico. Peruano. Here you see the beautiful ruins at Machu Picchu, where the Inca lived more than 500 years ago. And here we have then Peruvian, peruano. Puerto Riqueño technically is not a nationality. Really, Puerto Rico is part of the United States. But so many people who speak Spanish in Puerto Rico claim themselves as being Puerto Riqueño or Borinqueño. Many times they have tried to seek their independence from the United States. Here at the southern tip of the island is El Morro, which is one of the oldest forts still left from the Spanish conquerors' days. And finally, Venezolano. This is an amazing waterfall in the tropical region of Venezuela.